Hello and welcome, Simon here from 25 Games, 2D and 3D Artist. Today I want to create, together with you, without any cuts or manipulated video material, a townhouse for our game Kordex. I created this concept with the reference of my blocking mesh, just to tell you that I did some pre-work before I started modeling. I did this blocking with the software Unity and the plugin Pro Builder, so I get a nice feeling about size and position of my townhouse. And after I got my blocking, I exported this and imported it to Blender, made some screenshots, worked out this concept, what should be in the end the visual appearance of my townhouse, and as well I created a front view and a side view of this townhouse, because before we should start modeling, it's always good to think about the 3D model. How should it look like? So you need to deal with the idea, with the concept, what you want to do. And this is as well very helpful for modeling. So I have now here my blocking mesh. And in the end, this, my mesh should be as big as this here. And I have created here my front view and the side view, and I need to bring those images now to my 3D scene so I can adjust the size that it is as well the same size than my blocking mesh. So I go here on this with the button N. You can call up this little column here, and I have here, let me just think, you have background images, the last option, it's called background images, and add an image. And I want only to have this here on front view. To say something to this point, it's only visible to the orthographic view. So when you press 5, we leave the orthographic view, so we are in perspective mode, and to press F, we are in orthographic, so there's no perspective to our mesh. And with the key 1, we are on the front view, 3 is side view, 7 is top view. And just to say, control 1 is back view, control 3 is the other side of the side view, also left and right, and control 7 is the ground view or the bottom view. Anyway, go to front view, and I want to open my image. I have here my bookmark 2D folder, go to building, and if you press this little button here, display mode for the file list, thumbnails. So I have my thumbnails, and I select front view. Okay, cool. Front view is selected. Okay, now we have several new settings here. I want to bring this to the front so I can see what to adjust this. And now I need to bring this a little bit upward. So this is here. I see that my image is a little bit smaller than my blocking mesh, so I need to adjust the size as well. Where is the size? Just look here, and I scale this up a little bit, bring it, so we need to toggle around a little bit with the size. Bigger, okay, even though a little bit bigger, so we nearly to the, we have it. So very important is, here's my line for for the stone part, and here as well. This is the ground line, and I think I need to bring it a little bit. It's not at the center, so yeah, maybe I can make it a little bit more detail-y. So it is at the center now, and I think it's pretty okay. Okay, go to the side view and start with and make the same path. Add image, go to keep it on all views for now. I will care about this later. Go again to buildings and side view, open image. Okay, bring it to front. And now left, I guess. No, okay, left is not the correct. It's right. My mistake. Fail to me. Anyway, let's bring it a little bit up. A little bit to this, and yeah, we see that the size is completely off. So make it bigger. Oh, am I too big now? This is interesting. Okay, I think I'm close. I'm closer. Basically, this should be completely the same size. Yeah, but not the correct. Yes, I'm pretty close. So you can see here the stone part, the stone circle on the bottom part. This is now fitting nicely. The roof is a little bit different because we have a much more longer roof here on the front and the back side. And yeah, this looks basically good. So we adjust now yeah, it's the left side, the house left side, and the front side. So this is good. This is the last time we basically need our blocking mesh. So bring the mesh now to another layer because we don't need it. And now we can start at our first layer, start modeling. So because we have adjusted the size of the images, of the references, and now I'm pretty easily, I can pretty easily start with modeling my house here. So, okay, let's start with a basic shape. Shift A, cube. Okay. I will, for now, press Control, so I snap on the grid. So, go to top view, edit mode, face, front view, and bring it to this position. Okay. What I want to do as well is I want to mirror this. So, sorry, I want to mirror this. At first I want to get my basic selections here. So okay, this was wrong. I always forget how this is working, so I just tried. Select here this side and delete it. Go to object mode again, and I want to have a modifier on this one, mirror, so it's completely mirrored now. This is good. And now go again to edit mode, enable this again. So, and I can now bring this face to this position. This is pretty good. We see here there was I was a little bit sloppy with the geometry. Maybe it's not perfectly centered, the image, but now the mesh should be nice modeled, so it's okay. We can just care about this size here. Now I select this face, go to the side view, bring this side to this position. Now the other side, I will bring this to this position. Now we have the basic, the ground form of the house so far. This is nice. What will be as well needed for this one? The house is pretty high, so I want to keep this. I select the top face and press E to extrude and go till to this position here. Yeah, you see that we have now a higher block and an edge loop here, but we don't basically need this here. So double G and bring it to this. Hopefully I have auto merge is not activated, so yeah. Select everything with double A, press W and remove doubles, so we have now merged those two vertices. Before this wasn't merged and this was just on the same position, but the edge was not merged with the other line. So yeah, we have now our house. This was really quick now. Well, what we need to do now is I want as well a new edge loop here, and let me guess, the mirror modifier should be brought to clipping. So I can't move this to this side because it's clipping always. It is clipped to the middle line here, to my Z axis. Yes. Okay. Now I go to edge mode and select here a new edge, because we want to bring out the stone socle next. Let me think about this for a short time. It's okay now. I will just bring this now to this position, and the bottoms at the back side as well to this position. Yeah, it's not a perfect socle, but yeah, it's totally okay for me making it like this. So we have now this socle, and what as well I want to do is cut this immediately. So I want to prepare as well at the same time UV cuts for the materials I want to assign to the mesh later. So Control E, bring me this window, and I want to mark scene. So I get now here a red line. This red line is for the UV mapping later. And as well, I have prepared several textures for my house, so I just need to assign them to the correct faces. And I know that this stone circle have here a different texture than here, and as well on the ground part as well. So I will bring here as well a seam. Go to the front view, and there will be another seam here. Okay, mark seam. So we have here another texture than here, and this will be as well another texture than this one. So we have now this little blocking. And yeah, let me check if there are, yes, you see we have extruded this one, this from the cube we extruded this, and we need to delete this face because yeah, it's not needed, and now we see that it's fixed again. So the edge should be away. I press X to delete the face. Okay, what should be our next step for modeling? Basically, I know that the roof will be a big part, but I want to add as next step, and this wood which is holding the roof, basically. Before I go further with all this wood stuff here and to implement the door and the other detail parts here, it is necessary for the next step that I create the roof next. So I need to find a nice shape how this roof is sitting on my very basic form of the house. So what to do? Go to object mode, and I want to create a cube again. Yeah, it's pretty big so far, but this is okay. So I bring it to this and scale it. Basically, we have this nice rotation for this. So I rotate this till it fits basically to my drawing. And what I want to do as well is scale it a little bit more. It should be possible, and scale, oh, wrong, scale, okay, scaling is not working, I forgot. So what I will do is I select this face and press double G, so it is moving along the axis. And now Alt, so I move along this axis to the other side. So double G and Alt, bring me this correct direction. So I select the next face, press double G and Alt, double G and Alt. So I am at the end somewhere to this position. This is totally fine. I want to bring this a little bit more closer to this position. What is as well very important, I will do this now because yeah, we don't need this face at all. So I will move it because yeah, we will get other face here. We will add the roof and place it over this position. Okay, when we go to the side view, I can now scale to the epsilon axis. So yeah, this gets now much more bigger. So probably something between. So I place it that this is a little bit overlapping here, and select this face again, and as well that this is a little bit overlapping here. That's good. Now select this face, go to the other side, and extrude. Tilt this position, rotate this a little bit, and place it somewhere, yeah, probably here. So we see now that we have a very rough roof now. This is for sure not the end size of this, but it's pretty close to it. What we want to add now are some edge loops or rings here. So I want for sure one in the middle, that we have a middle loop, and I don't know if 3 are enough. Probably 5 should be better. Yes, this is good. So now I want to bring all a little bit down. Go to the front view. See that there's now this little shape. I think shape is the correct word. Then select those with Alt and Shift, bring it down, and the last one just a little bit. Okay, now we see that there is our other mesh is overlapping with this mesh. This is basically not good, and we don't want this. Now you can, now you have two possibilities. You can adjust your roof that this is not happening, but then you need to adjust here this side, or you adjust your house mesh on this side so that it is perfectly fitting here on this side, but on the side view you need to adjust the house as well. This is pretty easily for us, so I go to edit mode and add here as well. I will add 5 loops and bring them down. Very important is that you don't see those vertices underneath the roof, so move it till you see it here, and then move it a little bit upwards again so it's sticking together in between those two meshes. Great. So we have now a nice roof so far, but there should be probably as well there should be probably as well some okay, some difference in this line. So I press O, G, and this one, and yeah, I just bring this a little bit to this side, this and this. So we have now a problem here. This is basically not so good, but now we need to adjust this and this part a little bit. So move this slightly. Oh, for sure. Disable O again, so that you just move this vertices and not the other vertices. I'm thinking about if this was a good decision, and as I think no, it wasn't. So this is just, you can't plan this, you just see this when you are in a 3D mode. You can't plan this decision in your 2D concept, and there's a huge difference if you want to change this or decide this. So I don't need to ask any whom. So what I do now is I bring this vertex to the same height and this. So activate snap. So activating my snap tool and bring it to this vertex. Same with this, and bring it to this vertex. So I know that the front view and the back view are not mirrored. I know this because I think I have moved this a little bit different than this side, but this is totally okay for me. This is totally okay. In my opinion, we need more, a little bit. Oh, okay. We have as well snapping tool activated. So let's go to 7. Oh, and just move this a little bit in. So we have a little slight curve here. This is okay. And what I want to do as well next is I want to add another loop here. This is for another slight. Yes, probably we will make it like this. So we will get a nice but I'm not completely happy with this. Probably this would be better. I don't know. It would be interesting how this looks like as well on the other side. I will care about this later. First, we need to adjust here my little problem. So what I want to do is I select both edges and subdivide them. So we got here near a new edge. As well, I want to show my wire. So this is the reason why I activate this one. Go to edit mode. And I have activated both, yes. So bring it to this position probably, and yes. Double G, move it a little bit in, so yeah. Everything is good again. The same we need to do with here of the back part. I will select both edges, press W and subdivide, bring my edge to a proper position with double G, select this vertex, bring it in, and everything is good again. Nice. My roof, I see that this is not working anymore. We need to adjust it a little bit more better. Yes, so yes, looks good. Probably this is as well not working properly, so I will adjust this slightly as well. Yeah, this is always a little dance, so you need to adjust and try again and adjust and try again, so till it fits and everything looks nice. And in my opinion, this is now fitting. Okay, let's go ahead. What I want to do now is, I need to select my roof and press Alt and left click so I can select the whole loop here, and yes, delete the faces. So this is what I have left. And what I want to add now is, or what I want to do now is that my line here will be in the center, so that my points are not reaching to the other side. I want that my roof is completely on the Z-axis, so that everything is fitting well together. So this is pretty simple. We need just to select our loop. I go to the front view again, press double G and Alt, so I can move it a little bit to an extreme point that every single point of my mesh is now over the Z-axis in this negative area here. So this is important because next I want to create a cube, because we will use a boolean so that we can subtract the one object from the other object. So yeah, our our cube is now placed on our 3D cursor. This is basically not the best one, because we just need this at 0. I will place this here for now at 0 as well. And because the cube is 1 meter radius, so 1 1, so I will make this -1, so this face is exactly on the Z-axis. When I go now to the side view, I see that I need to create a cube which is much more bigger than my roof. So scale it on the epsilon axis. So this is, we have here more than our roof. When I switch back to the front view, I see that my roof is completely covered with this cube here. So what I want to do now is I press both objects and hide the rest, and I will now give it a modifier, boolean, and the object should be this cube. So this need to be fitting properly. It should not be it should be a difference. So not an intersection, it should be a difference. Okay, looks good, and apply. Now I can delete this object and for sure this. So now our roof is completely on the Z axis. You can see this here if I deactivate my background image. You see that my roof is completely on the Z axis, and this is what I want to. So now again, Shift S to bring the cursor to the selection, go to object mode, Control Shift Alt C, and bring the origin to the 3D cursor. Now this is good because I can mirror this now better. Mirror. Perfect. If I go to Alt H, and I can delete these faces again because I don't need them. This was just a mistake of thinking, but now you see we have added a nice roof so far. Probably there's some parts we need to adjust again, but I'm pretty happy with the result now. For sure there will be much work to do anyway. We have here on the side this roof border, and how should I make this? It's just as well pretty easy. Okay, there's as well a little mistake, so I correct this, bring it back, and extrude this. Okay, I thought it would be, oh, I was a little bit in Unity thinking, so press E to extrude and bring it out. For sure there's a face now in the inside, I need to delete this. Is there a way to I need to delete this face in the inside. Yes, deleted. Good, it's done again. So now I go to the front view, and I know that my border is a little bit longer than my roof, so I extrude this. I don't like the fact that this is looking a little bit weird, so I move this up. Yes. Okay. Or is it good? I don't know. A little bit is okay. And now I select this again, go to the front view, and extrude it again, so that we get, okay, this was a little bit too much. I just want to have a slight difference of level from this to this one. So this is just a very slight extrude. The same it will happen here for this one. So I extrude this, and yeah, it went a little bit wrong. So do it again. I do this because I want this border. This is This should be optically completely clear what is going on here. And now I need to tidy up this, because yeah, it doesn't look very good now because there's so much geometry. So tidy this up. I just press double G and move the edges along their own axis, and with auto merge, this is there are no merge my vertices immediately. This is pretty nice, so I can tidy up this here a little bit. Whoop. And whoop. This is nice. And this is necessary for the geometry. It's connected with this. What I want to do now is, as well, I will mark the edges where there will be a seam later. So I mark this. Control E, mark seam. Because yeah, this will get other texture than this one. When you look at my reference 3, or if you look at my my concept, you see that this is the border is basically different than my roof. So from the texture side, so that this and this is different, and we need as well this top part here on the roof, and I will care about this very soon. But for now I want to finish this. So I disable my mirror object for now, go to edit mode and delete those faces which were created when I extrude this. So now this is clean again, this is good, and as well my seam looks good so far. I need to do the same now on the other side. So come on, go to side view, extrude this. Okay, this was now a little mistake again. Extrude, bring it a little bit up. For sure we need to delete this face, but I will need to delete the next extrude as well. Yeah, extrude here. Select those faces, go to the back side view and extrude this again now. Slightly, okay. Now select my faces again and extrude them as well. Something like this probably. So let's check it out. I guess I need to lower this a little bit because yeah, this is probably a little bit too much. How about this? It's pretty okay. But now let's delete those faces because yeah, for the extrude there's always a new face and we don't need this. So I will now merge my new geometry to tidy up my mesh a little bit. Oops. Bam. So this is good. Here, this and this one. This is necessary, this geometry, and it's okay. Now select all these edges here. Yep. And mark it as seen. Cool. So basically my roof mesh is finished. I know that there will be as well a seam, mark seam, because the underneath side of the roof will get the other texture than the top side. So the bottom side, yes. So okay, I activate now my modify again, so we see that everything is okay. I saved this now, and yeah, for now it's okay, and I will end my little tutorial for now. For this is the first part, and I will go ahead modeling very soon. Then I will model more detail, bring it more to the end result, and I guess I will assign the first materials and make a layout for the UVs and assign some seamless textures, and for the parts where I need a unique textures I will create a new texture as well. So I hope I see you again in my next part, and thank you for watching. Have a nice day.